tonight. A little firelight and everything will be alright. Once we live in a dream, someone to say you give it to me. One of these days it's imminency. They're gonna live in a greed, but hospitality and no love and empathy will always win that day, and that's the whole philosophy. Give me some love, 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 love. Give me some love, 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 love. Give me some love, 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 love. Give me some love,
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tampa sideline, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys still looking for that first win, 0-4 to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. They didn't break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. Well, he's got it. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Mayfield. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. When a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Floyd left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 37-yard line. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. The Cowboys at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Over the middle, there's Floyd. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Mayfield off the play fake. Right back to Chris Godwin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing. Mayfield. He's got Otten. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. A beautiful fake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Once again, it's Irving. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You know what? I could tell this is going to end really badly when he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 17.
Here's Prescott. On ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Mayfield looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. His throw incomplete.
Well, somebody thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And there's a look at how the last handful of drives have gone. Remember that last time out, they had to punt the football. And they'll try to get some points out of this drive here. 1st and 10 now. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Mayfield now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Now we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, and now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The throw-out run going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
The potential of George Pickens never in doubt. The move from Pittsburgh, terrific for him. Career high in catches, yards, and touchdowns his first year in Dallas. He is C.D. Lamb's sidekick, and both can hurt you.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 30.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught inside the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Williams. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
The workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aubrey now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shifts. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the... And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Mayfield now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Handoff running left, Irving.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
45 5 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down, Tampa Bay.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The busy night continues for Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Able to power through. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 66 yards. Now Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of...
Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Play fake. Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. And running with power here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 154 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing, Prescott.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
From the 24, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want a total sellout to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Prescott off play action.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jacob Parrish. And the Bucs are right back in this football game.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. With Sean Gary that time fighting for you and getting to the quarterback. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. That's the safety, Caleb Downs. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 49 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboys goal. Jaden Blue, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side into the hands of Otten. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 28-yard line.
Mayfield down. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And his kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
27-yard line.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott. Well, brings it in outright. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Mayfield. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Baker.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Emeka Egbuka.
64 yards.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here.
36.
A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 1. Just over a minute 40 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Dak. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
19-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
17-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, Things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.